Hello guys, Piotr here again, and today it's time for the 21st day of 30 Death Stories challenge. And in today's story, I would like to tell you something about clean architecture approach. What it is and maybe why you should use it in your project. So let's start. Classic way of implementation your application probably is the entire architecture, where we create layers, for example data access layer, business logic layer and presentation layer, and layers communicate with the layer below. So for example, presentation layer can only communicate with the business logic layer, and business logic layer can communicate only with the data access layer. But from time to time, if we want to present data directly from the database, we cannot make query to the data access layer directly from presentation layer. We should create request to the business logic layer, and business logic layer should make a request to the data access layer. And in small and not sophisticated application, it's quite enough. There is no need to implement something other architecture. Maybe this could take too much time, but in bigger projects maybe we should think about the other approach. And there is a clean architecture where we create layers too, but in another approach. So layers should be created like onion layers, and in the center we have a domain layer, and on domain layer we create application layer, then we create infrastructure layer, and etc, etc. We're creating layers above the another layer, and then each layer give for the layer above the interfaces, and layer above should implement this interfaces. And thanks to this, we can, for example, easily switch the data source, for example, because in our application we create interface which have a method, for example, save something object, and we in the infrastructure layer we create the implementation of this method. And for example, in dev environment, this could be saving on disk. In test and production environment, this implementation can save this data, data on, for example, in the database, or maybe in some QA. It depends. Yeah. So it's it's really another approach like classic entire common layer, because in the domain layer, in this center of this onion, we have only business logic, where we define some rules, etc. There are entities, value objects, aggregates from domain-driven design, and then we create the rest of code around this domain. So it's quite interesting approach called port adapters, hexagonal architecture too. So if you are interested in this topic, in my bio you can find some interesting link, and you can Google this terms, port adapters and hexagonal architecture. So for today that's all. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you read about it on your own, and see you tomorrow. Have a nice day and goodbye. Bye.